hora.
Southern Africa, a region rich in cultural diversity and natural landscape, is inevitably affected by the negative impacts of natural disasters, such as floods and hailstorms. Floods in southern Africa often arise from prolonged periods of rain, creating astonishing scenes as the torrential waters sweep everything in their path. Hailstorms are also a common natural phenomenon in southern Africa, causing significant damage to flora, infrastructure, and human dwellings.
En die mense wat ons nou gehelp het. Richard Chase.
Tourist information, totally clever.
This raises the question of whether these natural disasters are a consequence of climate change or indeed a divine punishment for human misdeeds. Join us as we explore the answer in the following video, thereby gaining a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by the people of southern Africa in the face of these severe natural disasters like storms, flash floods, and hailstorms.
Het lijkt soos 'n tornado. Dis die paai.
From January 13th to 14th, KwaZulu-Natal, a province in South Africa, experienced heavy rainfall and flooding, severely affecting the region. Specifically, areas such as Durban and the thekwini Metropolitan Municipality, Wadkuza, and Nawadi endured the greatest impacts. This disaster resulted in the death of at least 13 people and injured 6 others. Around 250 homes were damaged, and many roads and bridges became unusable due to the floodwaters. The consecutive heavy rains triggered flash floods in low-lying and depressed areas, where the river levels were already high and the ground was saturated from previous rainfall. The area's road transport services were also severely affected by this harsh weather condition, causing disruptions to transport, business, and utilities for many days afterwards. This natural disaster created strong currents and flooding, rendering the transport network and drainage systems in some areas inoperative. This caused significant difficulties in movement within and around the affected areas.
Δεν υπάρχει χρόνος. Ο χρόνος έχει περάσει για να αρχίσουμε πλέον.
The standing water on the roads posed a dangerous driving risk, especially on highways, leading to the temporary closure of some roads due to the flooding. Low-lying communities near rivers and streams experienced flooding. Notably, areas in the development phase without effective rainwater drainage systems also faced urban flooding.
Galera, aqui agora, ó, tem moto virada ali.
Ó a gaia do cara, vai embora.
Downstream, areas of water reservoirs and major rivers suffered from flash floods following heavy rains over a short period. Additionally, landslides occurred in hilly areas where the heavy rain had saturated the soil. This added to the challenges faced by the affected areas, including power outages. This natural disaster witnessed the occurrence of both rain and hail, creating significant challenges in drainage and increasing the extent of the flooding in many areas. Though it lasted only a few minutes, the large amount of hail covered many roads, exacerbating the flooding situation even further. In response to the severe weather conditions, the South African Weather Service issued an orange level warning for thunderstorms in the coastal and northern regions of the province. Simultaneously, a level 4 yellow warning was issued for the rest of the KwaZulu-Natal province.
And I will have to.
In recent decades, South Africa has seen a significant increase in the frequency and intensity of natural disasters. Notably, in April 2022, Durban, a coastal city, experienced a devastating flood that was rated as the most severe disaster in the province's history. On April 16th, Storm Isa triggered heavy rainfall leading to floods that claimed the lives of at least 306 people and caused extensive damage to homes, infrastructure, and the economy. The local government described this event as one of the darkest moments in the annals of the province. This dire natural disaster wreaked widespread destruction on the KwaZulu-Natal, including Durban. Streets were flooded and shipping containers were stuck, leaving many drivers isolated in the floodwaters. This event was primarily due to the sudden and large amount of rain from Storm Isa, which moved slowly across the area. The rainfall was astonishing, reaching 450 millimeters along the KwaZulu-Natal coast and 307 millimeters in Durban within 24 hours, which is 4 times the average rainfall for April. The devastation not only resulted in loss of life, but also destroyed homes, businesses, and disrupted major transport routes. A bridge near Durban was completely washed out by the floods, cutting off all communication. Furthermore, the water and electricity supply systems were severely damaged, leaving many residents without clean water and electricity, exposing them to significant difficulties and challenges in rebuilding their daily lives. The natural disasters in South Africa have opened up various perspectives in understanding and addressing the challenges they bring. Some people approach the issue with a spiritual angle, seeing that these events are warnings from God. while others view it from a scientific and environmental standpoint. Regardless of the reason, it's undeniable that these events have garnered global attention and prompted many to reflect on the human relationship with nature. I hope that people will realize that this could be a sign, an opportunity for us to introspect and question, are we deviating from the teachings of the Almighty? As individuals explore the commandments in the Bible with an open heart, they will find precious truths. God will speak to you through the prayer and the readings of His Word. I hope that everyone will seek this truth, which is my prayer for you. May God bless you and guide you on your path to seeking truth and living forever in His love. The floodwaters attacked South Africa with extreme sorrow. The cars were floating aimlessly on the water. Snow fell, covering Canada completely. Welcome to the documentation of natural disasters captured on camera. Social media went into a frenzy on Saturday when several vehicles were swept out into the sea as the tide rose at Gordons Bay in Western Cape.
Gaan hierdie karre wegvat. Daar skuif al die karre. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Kyk hier, kyk hier, kyk hier. Woo! Woo!
The National Sea Rescue Institute also called for fishermen, bathers, and boaters to exercise extreme caution amid the spring tide this weekend and into next week. It has swept away cars and flooded nearby homes and businesses. The spring tide rose around 3:30 p.m. No injuries have been reported, but law enforcement agencies are on high alert. Officials have urged the public to be cautious in the coastal areas as well as in rivers, lakes, and dams under the stormy and windy conditions. South Africans took to social media platforms to share their videos of large waves lifting stationary vehicles at Gordons Bay. Residents are advised to be prepared for such natural disasters. Heavy rainfall has caused widespread flooding in Western Cape Province of South Africa, where hundreds of people have had to evacuate from their flooded homes and dozens of roads have been closed.
Tourist information, totally flooded. Yeah, look after.
The South African Weather Service has warned widespread flooding and damaging winds across eastern and western Cape provinces from the 23rd to the 26th of September 2023 as a severe cutoff low moves over the southern part of the country. Wind damage has left thousands without power, while heavy rain and flooding have forced all major roads to close. Numerous cars and belongings have been swept away, causing significant damage to the people of South Africa. Emergency services have rescued about 6 children trapped in flooded homes in Strand. City officials also reported that 7 families have been rescued from flooded homes in Elgin Timbers. Residents are advised to always stay updated with the latest news and be prepared to respond when natural disasters strike. Heavy rain and strong winds have affected South Africa, particularly Cape Town province, causing floods, landslides, river overflows, and a series of other severe weather incidents, resulting in casualties and damage. The media also reported 21 people were injured, about 2,000 families had to evacuate, and dozens of roads were closed across the affected areas. Forecasts for the next 24 hours predict that heavy rainfall will continue into the eastern parts of the Western Cape province. Damage assessments are underway, but initial reports indicate that over 1,500 structures have been affected by the flooding. Authorities have restored power to most residents, but about 15,000 people are still without electricity. Landslides may occur in mountainous areas, especially where the soil has been saturated due to the heavy rainfall. Residents should follow local media for weather updates and related advice. A rare snowfall has blanketed Johannesburg and other highland areas of South Africa on Monday, prompting the weather services to warn of potential road closures and dangerously cold temperatures. For many local residents, the snow was a novel and welcome sight on Monday. At a kindergarten in Johannesburg, children were excited to make snowballs and try to catch snowflakes with their tongues. Some of them have never seen snow before.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
However, with snow falling across southern parts of Gauteng and expected to continue throughout the day, warnings have been issued and freezing temperatures could pose a danger to the streets. Everyone should ensure that they are in the safest condition possible. Houses were covered by a massive layer of ice as the first major snowstorm of the season hit Calgary. Meteorologists reported that some areas in the city experienced up to 30 centimeters of snow. Residents in the north of Calgary witnessed more snowfall than those in the south during the storm on Tuesday. From midnight to 8 a.m. on Wednesday, there have been 8 reported collisions. The spring storm has forced the city to temporarily halt some of its residential street sweeping operations. Temperatures are predicted to rise in the coming days, but with so much snow on the ground, the city will not be able to reach temperatures higher than 5 degrees, Hassel mentioned. He also advised Calgary residents to be cautious of black ice and slippery roads as the snow melts and freezes over the next few days. Hail and strong winds again swept into much of the East Coast on Tuesday after the first round on Monday. South Carolina reporting wind gusts of up to 87 miles per hour, the equivalent of a Category 1 hurricane. Schools there had to be closed on Wednesday due to power outages. Images show trees down and debris strewn across roadways. Storm-felled trees also impacted transportation, leading to clogged routes. All residents should take caution when going outside. Please leave your discussion comments below the video comments section. Thank you very much for your keen interest, follow-up, and enthusiastic support. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. For now, we say goodbye and look forward to seeing you in our next videos. Wishing everyone a warm day with your family.